Appropriate greetings. So, you've been patiently waiting for how to do a paper wallet and Tails with light address. So, coming to the liteaddress.org site is going to be just like the bitaddress.org site. It's going to ask you to generate some entropy. Well, if you go to the GitHub link here at the bottom, it takes you to the bitaddress.org GitHub. And researching this, on the Reddit Litecoin page, there was a post about 2 months back about that link exactly doing just that, taking you to the bitaddress.org GitHub repo. And reading through here, they say, well, hey, we're going to fix it, we're going to fix it, we're going to fix it. Well, I did some searching, and I found the GitHub repo for the liteaddress.org generation. So I went ahead and downloaded the zip file from here, added it to a thumb drive. I'm about to boot Tails up, and once I boot Tails up, we will go ahead and finish generating the liteaddress.org wallet. Once you've booted up Tails and copied over your light address zip file like we've done with the previous Bitcoin address file, we can come in here and start the page. Just give it a minute. It'll say tour's not ready, but as long as you're offline designated by the onion with an X at the top, you should absolutely be okay to do this. Again, we run these offline with no network connections to maintain safety, to maintain anonymity, to maintain a private Bitcoin wallet that only we have the address to. Yes, we're using websites that we may or may not trust, but that's why we pull them offline so that any malicious JavaScript is not going to be able to call home, de-anonymize us, and give away our private address. So as this finishes, it's going to ask us to generate some randomness like the bitaddress.org did. And we're just going to circle and circle and circle. You could also, type in like Diceware stuff here and throw in some numbers and some funky symbols, and hopefully you don't kill the page. If you do, just restart. And it shouldn't take as long to load it the second time. So, this is where, depending on what you're trying to do, so if you're wanting to make your Bitcoin less traceable to you, most likely what you'll do is you'll take from the exchange where you buy your Bitcoin, transfer it to a local wallet on your computer that you have. That's going to be a traceable hop regardless. From there, you're going to want to let your coins marinate anywhere between 24, 48, and longer. Well, and that's hours. 24 to 48 hours, even longer. A lot of times people will buy Bitcoin to spend within, a couple of days, but it's one of those you have to think about what your investments are going to be. So as you're, buying these things, you think about these things, you want to know, hey, if I'm buying this, you're either buying it as an investment to hold, at which point you're bringing it down because you don't want it in the exchange anyway. And from there, if you want an anonymity of the coin that it's supposed to have, as well as the ability to be lost in the numbers, you want to make a couple of hops from your original wallet. And this is where OPSEC really comes into play, and that you're not telling people those addresses, you're only using addresses to wallets one time. And these are things we'll talk about as people bring them up and as I think to talk about them. Again, here we go to print, and this time we need to make sure to print to a file. We're going to call it Litecoin Wallet. We're going to save it in the Tor browser persistent, and we're going to save it as a PDF in one copy. It's going to save. Let us just minimize for the moment. We want to make sure that there's our Litecoin wallet one, so we can come in here now and shut this page down. And that's how you do the Litecoin wallet. Tomorrow we'll do the Ethereum wallet. And those are the big three ones. And from there, there's other wallets you can do. And we'll talk some more about the different wallets and tails in the coming weeks. But back to what I was saying for a second. What we want to understand is that to bring those multiple wallet anonymities, you only want to use it one time. And to go dark with your money, you're going to pretty much, once you bring it down to your computer, that's your first traceable hop. You give it time, and the next address you give it to can be yourself, it can be a business, it can be a friend, because you can claim plausible deniability from the wallet that's traced to you to the wallet that they don't know. And unless that wallet's found on your computer, the keys are found on your person, the keys are found on your on anything that you're doing, it's not traceable to you, and you have plausible deniability. It's just one of those things that your operation may call for it may not. But it's always good to know. So that's where we're going to leave this today. So please like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll talk with you tomorrow.